I decided to come to the Inner Unicorn retreat because I felt that I was at a sort of crossroads in my life. I'd come out of supporting my mum before she died, and I'd moved into a caring role for my dad. And sort of worked out that I'd probably been caring for nearly 4 years, and felt like I'd lost myself in that process. So I love my work, I love the work that I do in coaching and developing people, but I lost sight of some of my values as well, and really wanted to reconnect with those values and re-engage with them. And I also felt that I'd lost that sense of joy and playfulness in my life, which I really wanted to reconnect with and get back. And it was through an introduction through a colleague that actually got me here. And I'm so glad that I did get here. Before I came, I was actually really excited and really looking forward to the 2 days. I've done a lot of personal developments. I've done a lot of work with myself and on myself. This felt a little bit different, and I think what felt really different was the questions, the pre-work, and the questions were so valuable in terms of some of the feedback that I got from people that I'd asked to contribute. And that for me was the real start of the process. So having gone through that, I was really excited about getting here and just having some space and time to explore what was starting to emerge. During the retreat, it was really interesting actually, because in all honesty, I got to the end of day one and thought, yeah, this is okay. I'm not sure it's going to be transformational, but I can see where it's going. And then something really shifted for me on the morning of day two. And there was a lot of emotion for me, and that was absolutely fine. And what I really loved about that morning, once I'd experienced the emotion, was also the way that Georgia handled the session, and just creating the space while still holding the structure, just creating the space for us to do what was appropriate in the moment. And I know my choice with somebody else who was on the programme at the time was to go for a walk and go and embrace some joy and playfulness in the park, which is what we did. And that was just a wonderful space. And to have that opportunity to be part of a structure, but also to know that the structure can enable you to do what you need to do in the moment. So that was really, really helpful. So how have I felt since I've been on the course? I think the biggest thing for me has been, there was something for me about finding my voice. There was something about the joyfulness and embracing joy. And there was also something through the feedback around working differently with people. And all three of those things have happened for me. So I'm certainly feeling far more joyful and just noticing joyful moments in my life. Joyful moments within work, joyful moments in the support role that I continue to have for my dad. And how that's sort of integrating into the work that I do. I'm a firm believer in who you are is how you do your work. So all of my experience is what I bring into the work that I do. And the opportunities that have been created through those conversations, those feedback conversations, to work differently with certainly a couple of the people who gave me the feedback has been just wonderful, to just working in a very different way with people and engaging at a deeper level. And And that was something that I set myself as an objective at the start of the year. Along with embracing joy was also about working at a deeper level with self and others. And it feels like that's very much the direction that I'm taking now. Would I recommend this to other people? I have already, and I think somebody I recommended has been on the programme. I think it's a great opportunity for people who are in a space of not knowing or in a space of uncertainty, just to have some time to get some clarity. It's not easy, it's not necessarily emotionally easy. So I think if you're willing to bring the whole of yourself to this programme, then it will have profound meaning and value. And I think anyone who is looking for some space, some quiet time with a safe holding space, to reflect and explore around where they are, around their values, and around where they want to move to. I personally found the 2 days just very wholesome and nourishing. So I think if there's people out there who want some time and some space for nourishment and engaging in a different way with themselves predominantly, then it would be a great programme for them. Did I find my inner unicorn? I found something. I'm not sure whether it's the unicorn, but I definitely found something. Yeah.